So when I first saw Rings back in 2002, I was scared of two things. Old VHS tapes and little girls with long black hair hanging over their face. And after watching this one, it's safe to say that I'm still scared of those two things. Alright, so Rings is the newest movie in the Ring franchise, where you had Ring 1 and Ring 2, and basically what happened was there was this old VHS tape that had all this creepy, confusing imagery on it, and once you watch the tape, after it ends, you get a phone call from a little girl who whispers into the phone 7 days, and then basically on the 7th day you die. And that is the premise of this movie also. Alright, so in Rings you have this little love interest between this girl and the guy moves off to college. And after he's gone for a little bit, he ends up becoming missing, sort of, kinda. And the girl decides to play Scooby-Doo and go figure out what's going on. And upon getting to the college, she finds out that there's this professor who watched this tape, basically the one about the ring that I explained in the beginning, and now he has like this little underground social experiment cult type thing, and her boyfriend is a part of it, and now they have to figure out the mystery of the tape. And if you've seen the Ring movies, Ring 1 was actually pretty good in my opinion. Ring 2 completely sucked. So going into this one, I thought it wouldn't be so good, but then I kind of started catching myself enjoying this movie more than what I expected. The first two were complete horror jump scare type movies, and this one has its fair share of jump scares in it, but what really drew me to this one was that it actually had a mystery aspect to it. Like I said, the professor watches this video of the ring, and then this creepy imagery starts happening where like the rain rolls up reverse on his window, and right there I was like, I kind of like this, and I think it's gonna be a little bit different than the rest. And it was, because instead of it just being about this creepy demonic thing coming out killing you in 7 days, now you have this mystery and everyone wants to figure out why it's happening, what started it, and how can we end it. And although I really enjoyed the mystery aspect that they added to this movie, it really doesn't speak much for the horror side of the movie, because in this movie the jump scares were executed extremely poorly in my opinion. I mean, you noticed every jump scare a mile away before it happened, and I mean, it was just so obvious that it just didn't really work. Like, it's this one scene where this girl starts looking through this peephole, and then you just know something's going to jump out right there. And I mean, that's how it was throughout the whole movie. But it still was okay. The acting in this movie, I feel, was pretty good for the most part. The main character, who was played by Matilda Lutz, I really enjoyed her character. She did a pretty good job in this movie. I mean, I don't really know her body of work, but for the role that she had to play, I feel like that she filled the shoes pretty well. Standout performance to me was done by Vincent D'Onofrio, and if you don't know who that is, it's the same guy that plays Kingpin and Daredevil, and he does have that same kind of tone and feel in this movie, but I mean, I just really enjoy him, so he was the standout guy in this movie. He doesn't show up till later, but when he does, every time he's on screen, I feel like he steals the show. Now, I have to be honest, I enjoyed the movie for the most part, but the pacing of this movie really comes to a snail's pace at times. I mean, the acting in the movie was pretty good, but it was not strong enough, in my opinion, to hold up when the movie has its downtime. I mean, the pacing really slows down multiple times in this, and you can find yourself at times being a little bit bored, because I know a couple of times myself I did, and I actually dozed off once in it, but that was just because I was tired from work and other things. But just to solidify the point, the pacing does get a little bit in this movie. The visuals in this movie were pretty good. I mean, it's always been creepy visuals in the Ring movie. I mean, from the imagery from the tape to the girl crawling out the TV and contorting her body and all that. So in this movie, the visuals still hold up as well, and I really enjoyed them. And it does have some creepy scenes in it. Like, it's this one scene where there's this hallway, and they're like zooming in on this door really slowly, and there's like this hardcore banging on the door, and I don't know why, it just sent chills through my body. So I enjoyed the imagery in this movie quite a bit. Alright, to bring everything back around, The Rings had an interesting plot. Instead of it just being an all-out horror movie, it had a mystery aspect to it, so I really enjoyed that. The acting in the movie was pretty good as far as the main roles went. The supporting roles, you won't really remember them. The pacing of the movie slows down to a turtle's pace more than once, so I really didn't care for that. And the imagery in this movie is creepy for the most part, even though the jump scares, you see them from a mile away. So with all that being said, with me being a fan of horror movies, I have to say that this movie is a midday matinee. Alright, so that's it for this review, folks. So for the comment convo today, let me know what you thought about the Rings movie. Have you seen it? If not, do you plan on going to see it? Have you seen the other Rings movies? Did this one mess up the other ones for you? Because for me, it kind of did. Whatever you thought, comment below and let me know. Now, as always, if you liked this video and you thought it rocked, like, comment, and subscribe to see more from me, Mike Proc. Later.